Birds are one of Mother Nature's prettiest creations. We are fortunate to live on planet Earth, which is home to countless shades and species of birds. Apparently, the most stunning birds from so many attractive avians are hard to pick. In reality, every flora and fauna is perfectly formed by nature. Each color, each move is intended to be protection, camouflage, or attraction. Yet here are some of the colorful, gorgeous birds photos with which we were struck. We love their vibrant colors and their captivating feathers. Here are some of the most beautiful birds in the world. 20. Blue jay. Blue jays are one of the world's intelligent and most amazing birds. We can commonly find them in East and Central America. They can clone the hawk's voice to take away other birds and rob their eggs and nests. These species of birds can be 9 or 12 inches in length and are distinguished by the blue crest on their heads. Depending on their mood, blue jay uses to move it up and down. They have a white face and a black collared neck when talking about the appearance. The black color is also black across the sides of their heads, leaving bills and legs also black. 19. Indian peafowl. The peacock is India's national bird and perhaps the prettiest bird in nature. It has long feathers, and it's an unforgettable experience of posing when it raises all feathers with a dancing peacock. Peacocks are known and adorated as sacred in India. When the peacock loses its tail feathers, it was used as a pen or for sacred rituals since ancient times. 18. Hyacinth macaw. The hyacinth macaw is the world's largest flying parrot species with an incredible length of 100 centimeters. They live in semi-open areas in northern Brazil's savanna grasslands. During the last few years, their population has decreased. Less than 5,000 hyacinth macaws today left the world. The main threats to hyacinth macaw are habitat loss and illegal hunting. Hyacinth macaw is known for its striking cobalt blue plumage with bright yellow rings around the eyes in addition to the large size. Hyacinth macaw is also known as blue macaw thanks to this spectacular coloring. Like other parrots, blue macaws mostly eat fruit seeds. 17. Golden pheasant. Although native to the forested western mountains of China. 16. Wilson's bird of paradise. One of the strangest yet one of the most beautiful birds you'll have ever see is Wilson's bird of paradise. Such birds are very difficult to find in deep forests in Indonesia. But, once you do, its vibrant foliage will take your breath away. 15. Rainbow lorikeet. The rainbow lorikeet is known for its colorful body and bright eye, commonly known in the United States, Austria, and Australia. Rainbow lorikeet's colorful parrot are protected and are not threatened. But pet trade is the only danger to these rainbow-colored birds. Because of its rich colors, people like to keep it as a pet. 14. Kingfisher. In the Alcedinidae family, the kingfisher is a broad-billed and colorful exotic bird. Over 100 different kingfish species exist, divided into 3 separate subfamilies. Kingfishers hunt for fish and other aquatic animals, as their name suggests. Each kingfisher species has different colors and sizes, although the shape is identical. They have big bodies, big heads, and even larger bills. The beaks at the base are long and point at the top. Such birds range from 4 to half an inch in length. The plumage of kingfisher is very colorful and many species are blue. Feathers are also available in orange, gray, white stripes, cream, black, red, brown, yellow, pink and purple, and any of the above variations. 13. Keel-billed toucan. A multicolored beak found on such beautiful bird species is a unique feature. The length of this beak can be up to 20 centimeters. These are also called the brightbeak rainbow-billed toucan, famous for black feathers and a very large bill. It is commonly found in Central and South America. Because of their heavy beak, these birds are poor flyers. The bird can grow up to 50 centimeters and weigh 400 grams. 12. Northern cardinal. Northern cardinal's fiery red feathers fascinate many bird-watching people who look at them. The cardinal bird is one of the most popular and common birds native to North America and are regular visitors of the backyards in its entire range. It is a songbird of the medium-sized with a bright red crest and a short, thick orange-reddish beak. The cardinal's face and throat are black masks and his arms are bright red. This bird has a black and gray face mask, but its body is dull brown or tan, and dull red wings and tail. Its bright red crest got the cardinal its name as it looks like a Catholic cardinal's mitre. The feathers are much less on the front of the crest than on the back of tail feathers. To communicate, cardinals use their crest to stand or lie down.
11. Horned sungem bird watchers find this very brightly colored species in the jungles of South America. Horned sungem has feathers that look similar to horns, as it sounds. This small hummingbird has two smartly arranged feathers that give the illusion that they have horns. Nevertheless, only the males with a brighter plumage adorn these horns than the females.
10. Nicobar pigeon. The Nicobar pigeon can be found in southeastern Asia and Pacific, particularly from the Indian Nicobar Islands. The exact population count of these islands is unclear, but the species is declining due to deforestation and non-native predators, such as rats and cats. Nicobar pigeon is closely connected with the extinct dodo bird, and such birds are common on these islands. This is one of the most beautiful birds in the world, because of its rare colors and luminosity. While they don't quite measure up to the Victoria crowned pigeon, its members can reach an imposing length between 15 to 17 inches. 9. Mandarin duck. In Japan and the most eastern parts of Russia and China, these brightly colored pheasants exist. They like to stay in the vicinity of rivers and lakes, especially shrubs and forests. These are one of the most colorful birds with many colors to count. Like the peacock, though, the beauty is crafted by the male species. The Mandarin duck is considered the world's most beautiful duck. It was drawn in the Chinese and Japanese culture as it also won the hearts of artists through its rich colors. It doesn't wonder it's one of the world's top 20 most beautiful birds. These birds can also fly remarkably well. 8. Victoria crowned pigeon. This majestic pigeon originates from northern New Guinea's low swamps and plains. Although these birds are quite often seen in bird sanctuary captivity, their wild status is declining. This is primarily due to habitat loss. Unfortunately, crowned pigeons are hunted for meat and feathers too, but luckily it is now illegal to catch these animals for sale. It is on the red list of the IUCN and listed as a threat, and the reproduction is slow as the female lays only one egg. This pigeon can grow up to a turkey's height, but they have far less weight. Their blue, lilac and purple feathers are spectacular, but its sophisticated lace feathers make these birds exquisite. 7. Gouldian finch. Such beautiful small finches are from northern Austria, with scattered records from northwest Queensland to Kimberley area in Western Australia, from the Cape York Peninsula. In a relatively small area around 40 kilometers square, the birds are wandering and move only if there is little water or food. Its body has a lot of colors and is also known as the rainbow finch. Gouldian finch is closely related to birds and sparrows in India. 6. Resplendent quetzal. Once, the Mayan and Aztec people held sacred a shining quetzal that was used in the headdresses of rulers and priests by birds with dazzling colorful feathers. They didn't believe in killing the bird but released them after their magnificent tail feathers had been removed. You'll have to go to tropical Central America if you want this magnificent bird in its natural habitat. When you plan a Costa Rican ecotour, it can drive you in the dense evergreen forest to discover this beauty more effectively. 5. Guernsey's pitta. The pitta of the Guernsey is indeed an exceptional beauty. Unless you expect to ever see one, you will have to go to Khao Nor Chuchi, Thailand or Tenasserim, Myanmar, where there are the only remaining populations. This small pitta habitat of the lowland rainforest, one of the most endangered species in the world, is being quickly cleared for the palm oil industry. Guernsey's pittas like to stay low, feed on worms, insects, and slugs. The bird with a distinctive turquoise crown and tail, in comparison with his black and yellow substrates, is no concern. The bird has a brown crown with a less dramatic blue tail while its underpieces are dark-colored. Unfortunately, only one chick of each clutch usually survives because of the low breeding success rate of this species. 4. Marvelous spatuletail. It is easy to see how fairy tales have been formed after seeing a mysterious male spatuletail. The tiny bird has shimmering multicolors and dazzling tail feathers on both sides, which flaps through the air faster than your human eyes can hold. Only found within a limited range of wooded mountains in northwestern Peru, the Rio Utcubamba region. This hummingbird family bird features a bronze-green back and wings, a spectacled turquoise collar, a blue-violet crest and a buff breast separated by a long black line. The female has similar bronze-green colors, but the head, neck, and tail are colorless. The bird's most remarkable attribute is a remarkable tail composed of 4 feathers, almost as though the male spatula tail needed additional adornments. 2 of those feathers are thin, long and straight, but the outside of both plumages stretches the bird's body up to 4 times and finishes with 2 dark, spatula-shaped discs, known as spatulas.
3. Greater bird of paradise. Animal explorers can find greater bird of paradise only in the deep forests of Indonesia. This bird has an extravagant feathering that looks out of this world. When Europeans observed the greater bird of paradise for the first time, they assumed that it has no feet and never touched the earth. This is where the Latin name of the birds means, legless birds of paradise, because of missing feet from the original specimens that were sent to Europe. The male is spectacularly stunning with green neck, emerald, yellow crown, blue beak, maroon-brown plumage, and a long wavy yellow and white color tail. The female has mostly unbarred maroon-brown feathers, missing the ornamental flank feathers. Such birds wake up in the morning with their resounding, walk walk, call as they fly like colorful angels across the hills of Indonesia and New Guinea's Aru Islands. Their diet includes fruits, seeds and can sometimes hunt insects.
2. Splendid fairy wren. The undergrowth of marri, karri, and jarrah, the mulga bush, and scrubland in western and central Australia are evident because of these beautiful small birds. Females are light dusky, violet, and grey often the first time you can see them. The young males and females have a similar appearance with a blue tip on their wings. Males develop an intense shade of blue during the breeding season. These species are so prompt and fleeting that bird watchers have to take a close look to get a perfect photograph. You will be rewarded with a beautiful encounter with some luck and persistence if you listen to the fast, high-pitched chirping of their voice while standstill. 1. Blue bird of paradise. Many bird experts consider blue bird of paradise as the most beautiful bird in the world, and it is certainly a beautiful sight to see. Blue bird of paradise. On tree branch. The male has a bright blue tail, a bluish ivory bill, and white ringed eyes, as opposed to a black head, chest, and back. This impressive garb is completed by the reddish-brown flank feathers and 2 long flowing tail feathers. The lady blue paradise bird has no ornamental tail feathers but is colorful like the male but not her chestnut basement. The majestic male birds of Vogelkop during mating season perform a courtship dance. For example, the larger the superb bends its knees and bounces during its dance. Nevertheless, the Vogelkop melts his feet with fast, small movements and glides effectively side by side. This courtship displays of mating rituals are similar to that of peacock to attract females. There are so many beautiful birds in the world, but not enough time to talk about them all, which is why we focused on these 15 species.